Hey there, folks. Let's visit CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. So I was saying yesterday that I thought that it might, that what we might have is we go from the face to something else, and that is not the case at all. All right. How do we do this? What do we do here? I feel like I'm seeing the curves on this figure, the external ones, are all slightly different, but that might just be my eyes tricking me. And I think that this band we can do as a background, as a radial gradient that's whose center is way down here, right? It's outside the field. All right, so let's do nested template. We'll set blue as the background. We'll set, we're gonna do a border, solid 20 pixels, yellow, maybe it's 10 pixels. Okay, so we're modifying the body tag, the styles on the body tag, 6, 7, 65, 66, 67. On the top and bottom, 100, 100, 110, 122. No, how about 117? 117. There we go. All right, now we need a border radius. Border radius. Let's try 1 inch. Too much. How about 20, 30 pixels? 35 pixels. How about 40 pixels? 40. There it is. I think that does it. Right now we got black as the background. So, so this will be a radial gradient. And I think I'm going to have to, so because this is bigger, so if I do, so here's a radial gradient, 1Q, or I'll just do the keyword circle, and actually this is a square, so I don't need that keyword, do I? If I just do yellow, transparent, yellow, that's what I get. Let's do an extent, 10 pixels, 0, 40 pixels, 0. So that gives me the banding, and it's probably like 50. And I can move that 0. It's 0. So if I do that bigger, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I think I was trying to make a point that the background has to be sized because the background is otherwise constrained to the size of this element, which is, you know, it's from 120 to 280, let's say, right? So it's 140 pixels across. But I don't think that's the case. I think I'm wrong about that. So let's make a thing with a large radius, 100, and then 150. And we can't see it, right? Because this yellow section is just way bigger. But if I do an at 50%, 150 pixels, 30, 20, 30, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Ooh, do I need the word, do I need the word circle? Circle. Yes, I do. So I actually do need a circle. Otherwise, there's trouble. So there I have roughly the thing. And I've got too much curve, which means it's not big enough. So let's do 150, 200. And then move the at position, the center of it, even lower. 200, 170. 200, 210, 20, 30, 235, no, 225. That could be right. I think that's right. Now, once you know that the radius of this, the circumference of this, or once you know what how curvy is it? How large a circle that is? The radial width, the inner width is 150, and then the outer is 200. Then you could create an element to do this, but then you'd need only part of it, so you'd have to mask it or some other technique. That works though. I kind of find myself curious to see if I did this with two elements, what's it look like? If I did two paragraph elements, could I do it? So okay, so we got that score 677. That's fine. But let's make it hard on ourselves. So I'm going to make two paragraph elements. So I need a body. And the background of that is blue. And then I need a paragraph element. And the background of that is yellow. And I'm going to steal the border radius over here. And I need a height. What do we say, 140? Something like that. And then I need a margin. 100, 0, something like that. Well, 100, yeah. Okay, so 60, 70, 25, 110, 20. 20, 22, no, 117, of course. And then that height is wrong. It's actually 150 tall. So there's my first element. And then a second p tag. So p plus p in this case. So what did we say? We said that's border 50 pixels solid, and I'm going to do red, and then I need a margin here minus 100. Okay, and then I actually need margin inline. Actually, even better, what I need is margin auto. Again, this is not the best way to do it, but do aspect ratio 1. Okay. And so I do border radius 50%. There's my guy. So he needs to be bigger, right? So I need a bigger height. Oh, and we said 250, 300. Oh, because it's 2 times that width, right? So that radial gradient is 50 VH on the inside. Let's do 50 VH. And I need no background. Feel free to leave at any time. This is obviously I'm going off the plan here. All right. That's 110, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's close, right? Like I just want to make that match. Okay, so now that I've got that, now never mind that it's too big. That doesn't bother me yet. So it's too small. So what, 90? Okay, let's adjust this margin. There's 125. 115. That's close, right? 100. And interestingly, because this is larger than the area, larger than the viewport, it's actually getting shifted over. So I need to do other silly stuff. Minus 10 does it, minus 20 does it, minus 10 does it. And then I would need a mask of some kind. Mask, conic gradient, at 100 pixels, 50%, 75%, 75% of red, 75%, comma, transparent, 0, and then move that over. Kind of. 50, 40, 41. And then that at value needs to be what, 90? Is that working? Not really. Oh, there it is. Because of the size of it. Yeah, is this a good solution? No, not really a good solution. It's sort of fun, but obviously trickier. Far trickier than this solution, which is, came to me very quickly and it makes a lot more sense. But you could make those shapes with other things. Are there other ways? I guess you could do clip path as well. A little easier than a mask. You still need to get that curve right, and I guess there's 50 VH and 50 VW, right? So 150 and then 200. So it does need to be 100. It needs to be 300. Is that right? Okay, so there's 300. That looks right, but not quite right. Let's try a clip path. Yeah, I know, this is probably not going to work. I don't know if I have the patience to do it today, but clearly I got inspired. 90 pixels 0, or 80 pixels 0, and then 180 pixels 100%, and then 90 pixels 100%. So then we need what? 4240, 260, 300. Yeah, it's all about, because of the positions of this guy, it's just not terrific. Yeah, it's a mess. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to the good solution, and then say goodbye. Thanks for watching. I think there's other interesting solutions to this guy that have not occurred to me, and that probably this is another one that this would be one that will bother me, and I'll be thinking about it, like, well, how else can I do this? Because I think there are some other interesting solutions there to get this little fragment of a curve. And I believe that you could do some deformations using, SVG, but I don't go into SVG related solutions. I don't think they're very terse. I don't think they're very short in terms of code. So, and they're a little hard to read and hard to do. I don't know them very well, but that doesn't mean they're not valid. All right. Have a great day. Go make a webpage. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. It is hard out there. Bye-bye.